Lads. Lads, welcome back to another Sheffield United preview. Today we're going to be previewing the Blades versus Southampton game at Bramall Lane tomorrow afternoon at 3 p.m. Can you believe it, Hal? A 3 p.m. kickoff.
Yes, and the game is on Sky Sports main event. Watch along starts on this channel, 2:30 tomorrow afternoon.
Exciting. And what else are we doing?
Don't know.
Okay. We're not doing a watch along.
Did I not say that?
Oh, I don't know. Did you? I thought you just said it were on Sky Sports.
Right, we're doing the watch along 2:30 tomorrow afternoon.
Oh, I think you did do it. Oops, my bad. Anyway, we'll move on. And what I'll say is before we kind of get straight into it, make sure you go and like the video right now, because I always forget to ask people to do that. And it really, really helps the video. It pushes it out to so many more people. So before we get into Southampton, let's debrief on the Aston Villa game. So in all honesty, we weren't the better team. I think we were okay. I think we definitely played better than Liverpool, 100% better than the Fulham game. But we kind of played the game how we needed to play it. We let Aston Villa come on to us, and then we took the chance when we got it. I don't remember too many other chances that we had, but Diddy definitely did well to get that back in the net to steer it home. I thought Villa were good, except for kind of like the final third. They created a couple of chances. Traore only just missed from quite close distance. Took on about 3 or 4 of our players, and I was just mesmerised watching him run in and out of our players. Yeah, like I said, they created a couple of chances, but towards the end, when we were defending for our lives after Jagielka was sent off for not a sending off in our opinion, we defended really well, and they were poor in the final third. So yeah, brilliant. 3 points on the board. We are still, we're still 3 points behind West Brom. So this weekend, technically, we could go above West Brom. We could go off the bottom of the league for the first time in ever.
It feels like that. I mean, it might actually be that way. The first time we've won a Premier League game after having a man sent off was the Villa match. Jagielka, the oldest player to be sent off, the second oldest player to be sent off in the Premier League after Stuart Pearce, which we found out during the previous watch-along. If you didn't watch that watch-along, shame on you. Shouts to Richard Jolly for this one. Phil Jagielka could forever remain the last player who was born when Aston Villa were the reigning champions of Europe to be sent off against Villa.
That is a good start. That is a very good start. Very, very good. So we'll go straight into last time out. Hal, what happened?
Yeah, I'm going to take you back to when we lost 1-0. This was the last time we played Southampton at Bramall Lane. Moussa Djenepo, he scored the winner on 66. It was a good goal. He brilliantly weaved his way through the Blades' defence before firing home. This was the first time we had failed to score in our previous 17 games in all competitions, because, of course, we've just carried on that winning feeling. Billy Sharp was also sent off on 85. 7 starters could be involved from that day. Ender, Baldock, Lunny, Norwood, McBurney and Didsey.
Wow. That is a lot. That is a lot of players that could play this time. Mental. We'll go into team news. And obviously we've still got Sander, Jack O'Connell, John Egan, Rodwell and Robinson, we believe. Chris Basham and Jayden Bogle both out. But Chris Wilder has said they're possibly going to be in contention for Leicester, but definitely after that they should be back, both of them. So that's quite exciting, knowing that we could have Chris Basham back soon, and Bogle could be added to the squad, because we definitely have missed that kind of little bit of creativity from Bogle, because we've really struggled for creativity. But after rewatching that David McGoldrick goal against Aston Villa, it just looked like us from last season, picking the ball, actually running with it, dynamic runs, passing, but not just tippy-tappy, putting some welly behind the passes. And then obviously Didsey put the Aston Villa player on his backside and sprayed it, and then we ended up scoring from it. So that was nice to see. Really, really nice to see. So I'll go into the predicted lineup. So obviously, League One Wes in the goal. I'm joking. It's gonna be Aaron Ramsdale in the net. Georgie Baldock, right wing back. We think Osborne's going to play left wing back, and then we think Enda Stevens will possibly play left centre back, Ampadu right centre back, and Brian central centre back. And the reason why I say it like that, King Brian. Sorry,
Watch yourself, son.
I realised that I didn't do it, so I put some gusto behind the King Brian. I don't know how I feel about Keane Bryan playing central centre back. I feel like you've got to be one of those sorts of players to play that role. I feel like you need to be a bit of a leader, and I don't know. I hope I'm wrong, but I think that might be a place where we may struggle in this game. And the fact that none of them can head the bloody ball. Everyone gets beaten to the ball. Ampadu's been beaten loads this season. Brian's been beaten loads this season. And Stevens got out-jumped by Jota, the smallest player in the world. So then we've got Norwood, defensive midfield, we reckon. Lunny, right midfield. Flecky, left centre midfield. And then Didsey. And I am going to go for Billy Sharp. Hal? What do we think about 4-4-2?
4-4 bloody 2?
Yeah, 4-4 chuffing 2.
We looked really good against Villa when we did kind of change the formation, and this is the game where we have to change formation. I've done my predicted lineup, which is very similar to yours, apart from Brewster. Up front, I don't think Wilder will change, but I think we should for this one.
Yeah, I agree. I've only put this 5-3-2 together because I feel like that's what Wilder's going to do. But I would go 4-4-2 as well, mate. And we're staying up. We've got a long way to go. We need to win a few more games to think that we're staying up. Anyway, opposition news and predicted lineup. Right. Well, I was going to put this on you, Hal. But yeah, you shut your mouth, sir. Because today we have got a Southampton fan. And we're trialing this. We've never actually put a full video up. It's a bit longer than what Hal would do. So bear with us. Please don't leave the stream. Let's get into it. This is Dan from the Saints View. So I'll kick straight into it.
Hi everyone, it's Dan here from the Saints View. Nick's asked me to come on the channel to give you all a bit of insight on all things Saints going into our massive game at Bramall Lane. I don't know anymore with Saints. I really don't know where the season's going. A couple of months ago, we were on the brink of European qualification. You know, we were flirting with those positions. The last time we won a Premier League game, we were 6th, and that was against Liverpool. The problem is, that was 2 months ago. Haven't won in the Premier League for 2 months. 1 point in 9 games, 8 defeats. It's been very, very grim reading for Southampton over the last handful of weeks. And there have been a few injury issues. Well, I say a few. There have been a handful, a big handful of injury issues. I think a lot of teams have suffered from injuries this season with the fast-paced nature of the season, with obviously the pandemic. But we've suffered particularly. I think we're quite high up the league table for injuries this season in the Premier League, and it's been key players as well. Our right back Kyle Walker-Peters, he's been out for a handful of weeks over this run. I think he's been a massive miss, especially because we don't have a natural replacement for him really. Luckily, he will be. Luckily for us, I should say, he will be back in contention on Saturday. In the midfield, Ibrahima Diallo's back. He's been a bit of a miss. We've had Oro Romeu in there, but he's now out for the season, so it's vital that Diallo's coming back. Ings has been in and out, and I think with his injuries and he had COVID as well, I just don't think he's gotten back to full fitness, in all honesty. You're not seeing I don't think you will see the same Danny Ings from last season. On Saturday, it's been a painful one in terms of injuries, but at the same time, you know, we've just not helped ourselves. You know, it's been a case of individual errors, a lack of mentality, a lack of strength and determination. So in terms of the game itself on Saturday, I do expect a fight from Saints. I mean, obviously that's bare minimum from for any game. I expect a fight, and I do feel like if we don't win this game, no disrespect to Sheffield United, I think you guys are a great club. It'll be a shame to see you go down if you do, but we have to win the game. Absolutely, it'll be an absolute embarrassment if we don't win this game, and that's nothing against the fact that Sheffield United brought on the table. That's nothing to do with, you know, limited goal scoring stats from you guys. It's more about the fact that we've gone 9 games without a win, and if we win on Saturday, 1 win in 10 is still not great reading, but it's a vital period now. We've dropped down to 14th from 6th place. We absolutely have to win this game, otherwise I hate to say it, but we might be dragged into a relegation fight. Anyway, I think it'll be a good game. I'd say look out for Ings. Ings is our best goal scorer. He has to be in there. Minamino's back. He's been great for us since signing on loan from Liverpool. Ward-Prowse from set pieces always. And Stuart Armstrong, I think he's been one of my favourite players this season. So I'd say they're probably the main goal threats. I'm going to go for a very bold... I'm going to go 2-0 Saints. I'm praying for this one. But anyway, guys, thanks for having me. Check out the Saints view, and all the best for after Saturday.
There you go. That was quite enjoyable. I was just going to say, I wanted to see your face when he said it'd be embarrassing if they lost to us, and you were there just flicking through the program like you weren't even on a live stream.
Busy reading the program, mate. Been reading about the there we are, the 1970-71 season.
Very lovely. Very, very good. Thanks, Dan, from the Saints view for that. That was great, and we might do that more often. Anyway, let's kick on to memorable matches between both sides. So, Hal, go for it.
25th of March 2006, Blades 3, Southampton 0. 2 goals in 3 minutes on the stroke of half-time sealed this memorable win. Phil Jagielka swept home a Chris Armstrong cross. Now, he was a good left-back that the Blades had to find Paul Eiffel's low effort. Of course, that then doubled the Blades' advantage. Former Saints striker Neil Shipley netted a clinical third on 77 to wrap it up. So you had Phil Jagielka, Eiffel and Shipley scoring. Our team that day, Kenny, Kozluk, Morgan, Short, that'd be Craig Short, Unsworth, Jagielka, Eiffel, Tongue, Armstrong, Shipley, Super, Danny, Webber.
Like it. I always like these teams that has Shipley in. Loved a bit of Ships. Yeah, very nice. So, do
you know what? There was actually, for the next segment, it ties in perfectly. I was just looking at the Saints team thinking there's no one in that played for Sheffield United. There's actually 2 players in that Saints team that played for the Blades that I know we're not mentioning today.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's true. One got Che Adams. Can't think of the other one.
Danny Higginbotham. So from this Saints team in this game in 2006.
Oh, in that game. Sorry.
Yeah. And Nathan Dyer.
Ah, very good. I've just thought we've not got Che Adams in there, have we?
No, we've not got Che Adams in. But anyway, Bobby in the background sent me Che Adams just after we'd finished our selections.
Oh, did I? Right, okay, so I'll go first. I'll pop in. Oh, David McGoldrick. Oh, David. I'll stop that. So we've got Big Man Didsey. He's coming up to his 100th game for the Blades, which is mad to say that we took him on trial because Ipswich said that he were an absolute crock. So what a signing David McGoldrick has been. But not just that, actually, let me pop it back on, because every time I see a picture of David McGoldrick playing for Southampton, I just think, where's his beard? Like, he does not look a real person without a beard.
That is a different human.
It completely is, isn't it?
That is not Didsey.
No, it's not. So,
all right, I'll give you mine. A nominee for Dean of the Year, Dean Hammond.
Do you know? My favourite
Your
player.
friend and mine. Yeah. Do you know what? We really did start to like him. It sounds strange, doesn't it? But after he was on our podcast, if you haven't seen that, do check it out on the Sheffield United Way YouTube channel.
Dino. I love him. I love the guy.
Don't go that far. He's not got his own chant, but he was all right.
I've just made him one. It's a really, really difficult one to remember as well.
Very original.
Very original. Next up, we've got James Beattie. What a striker. And Bobby always uses the same James Beattie photo, or the same shirt, should I say. And
yeah,
this
it's
is
that
when
one
he
which
was really bad.
Exactly. I don't think of him in that shirt at all. And he did his birthday graphic, didn't he? Bless him, Bobby in the background. Yeah. And he had him just in 2 images, but they were both in that shirt.
And that's when he came back and he was really poor and he couldn't score a sausage. I remember him missing a right chance.
Twice. I remember seeing him get sent off. I think Charlton away.
Do you know what? I think, don't call me on this one, but I think he got sent off in his very, very last game for us. Oh. It's when Wednesday went up and we didn't. He got sent. Oh, it's fine. They're going down to League. I was going to say League 2, but they're going down to League 1. Anyway, I'll quickly go through. James Beattie scored 34 in 62 games, which is more than 1 goal every 2 games, which used to be a very good goal scoring ratio until Messi and Ronaldo started scoring like 60 and 70 in a bloody season. But James Beattie was so good for us. Scored free kicks, scored penalties, scored volleys, scored every type of goal you could expect. What a player. And actually, I think, well, no, it was true. James Beattie's ratio for us was the best of his career. So maybe he enjoyed his football at Bramall Lane more than anywhere else.
Maybe that's why he came back. But they say never go back. This man has. You know who we've got?
Yeah.
Billy Sharp. There he is, silencing some fans, I'm sure, after scoring another well-taken 2-yard tap-in. It is Billy Sharp, legend. Great video on today, him doing commentary with Jags on the official YouTube. That's very funny and well worth a watch. But I think he only played 1 game, I believe, for Southampton in the Premier League. But he more than made up for that with us.
Yeah, definitely. I think he might have come off the bench as well. I don't think they gave him much of a chance at all, to be honest. But who cares? He's if he'd have played more for Southampton in the Premier League, he may never have come back to Sheffield United. So we welcome it. So
yeah, he's ours, and we love him.
We do love him. I think that's about it. Shall we leave it there, Hal?
Yeah, I'm all good. Thanks very much, mate, for having me.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you, everybody, for commenting. Thank you for everybody for being in here today. Bobby's done a beautiful graphic, as you can see on screen. So lots and lots of interesting information on there. So if you want to kind of have a look more at this, it's on our Twitter. It's obviously also here, so you can pause it if you want to, or go back or whatever, because Hal's clicked off it. And yeah, as you can see at the bottom of the screen, follow us on social media, like the video before you go, and let's do our wave, Hal.
Oh, we're bringing that back.
It's back. It's here. Wavy wave.